In this chapter, we seek to understand the indefinable. Appreciate this. When you jump, you are jumping into the now. It may seem as though you are going into the past or future, or even to another time or place, but it's all happening in the present. You have transcended time. Therein lies the secret of the spiritual place, infinity, and choice. Don't see the eternity of time as a motion picture, but a series of infinite individual pictures, and you will see everything as being in the now. And now, Introduction to the Jump into Spiritual Connection with author Bert Goldman.
The spirit is one of those words that's just simply indefinable. Oh, you'll find definitions in the dictionary and on the internet. But exactly what is the spirit? Common beliefs in what happens to the spirit of the individual, that's after one leaves this plane of existence, is that there's some sort of reward in store, or in some cases punishment, or in some cases both. But when you use your sense of logic, you see that the notion doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Let's take a common belief that in the spiritual plane you receive your reward, and that forevermore you have all that you want, whether the wanting is gratification of the senses or the acquisition of things. But generally thinking, things are of a material nature, and if they do appear magically on the spirit plane, they'll be kind of tenuous at best. Imagine that you've been given all that you desire and will have it forever. Now we come into a big problem, because forever, that's a long time. As a matter of fact, it's really no time. It's ever. Forever. So you have your gratification, and you're happy with your reward for, say 10 years, and then another 10 years. Well, it may be getting boring after 20 years, but now you pick something else as a reward. Do that for 20 years, and 20 more, and 100 more. Wow. Well, after a few hundred years, that too is going to get kind of wearisome. How about having it 1,000 years, 10,000? How about being involved with the same thing for 100,000 years, 1,000,000? After all, this is eternity, and 1,000,000 years is just a drop in the bucket of time. Beginning to get the problem? Well, quantum jumping can show you the way. Through memory. And memory requires experience. With quantum jumping, you gain a bit of the experience as to what is waiting for you on the other side. With quantum jumping, you can experience it now. Because when you jump, you're jumping into now. It may seem as though you go to the past or the future or to some other time or place, but it's happening now, and so it's all now. You've transcended time. Therein lies the secret of the spiritual plane, infinity and choice. See the eternity of time not as an ongoing motion picture, but rather as a series of infinite individual pictures, and you'll get the idea of everything being now. And what a platter of choices are waiting for you. Here in the physical, you utilize the power of your mind. But once you fully enter the spirit plane and you realize that there is an infinity of choices for you, then and only then you begin to get the idea that perhaps eternity is a necessary part of the equation. And because you have utilized the power of infinite choices on this plane, you can eliminate much of the training that you'd have to normally go through. How can I possibly know this? Because it's logical. So let's pursue this concept a little bit further. And to lock it in, I will guide you through 4 meditations that will bring you closer to the dimension of the spirit, the plane that you will eventually be in permanently. Those will be the spirit of the heart, the spirit of energy, the centered spirit, and the spirit of inner peace. All things are composed of energy. That's science. Energy can best be understood when we view it as a vibration. The easiest way to understand this is through music. Music is all vibratory. As example, take a guitar string or a piano wire. The A note in the mid-range vibrates at 880 hertz. A hertz is a unit of vibration or frequency that is equal to 1 cycle per second, so that 880 hertz is 880 vibrations per second. 440 is also an A, but on a lower octave. Now that's the physical plane. All things on the physical plane vibrate or move. You can see that when you visualize an atom. An atom has a nucleus with electrons swirling around it. All matter consists of atoms, movement. Therefore, all things vibrate or move. A radio wave has a low vibration, whereas an X-ray is at the near high end of the vibratory scale. When you reach the high point of the physical scale, you come into the low point of the mental. That's due to your thoughts having a vibration as well. The gross thoughts are the lowest vibration, while thoughts of, well, however you envision God, have the highest vibration. That's on the mental scale. The highest vibrations of the mental scale are equal to the lowest vibrations of the spiritual plane. Your thoughts of God, or angels, or whatever higher power you envision, creates the highest vibrations of the mental scale. When you meditate and concentrate on a higher power, on, say, God, you are automatically vibrating at a high mental level and close to the lowest levels of the spiritual plane. Here's where the meditator leaves the physical plane, often getting a feeling of floating away from the body. The best minds of the quantum physicists accept that there is an infinity of universes seemingly on the physical plane. They also feel that there will never be a way to reach any of those universes on the physical plane. Oh, they'll agree that you can visualize a different you on an alternate universe, but that doesn't place you there. Or does it? There's an ancient principle known as the principle of correspondence, which states, as above, so below, as below, so above. We take this to mean, as it is on the physical, so it is on the mental. As it is on the mental, so it is on the physical. That being so, as it is on the mental, so it is on the spiritual, so that the infinite universe is a reality on the spiritual plane and can be accessed by the initiate. After developing your jumping expertise, you'll be very close to operating on the spiritual plane. The more you utilize the resource of quantum jumping, the closer you get to developing the skill, so that when you do arrive totally on the spirit plane, you'll be familiar with the fact, as it will be a fact on that plane. You have the resources available to you of the experience of every person on earth, in every time period, every culture, every age. It's all there at your beck and call. As you develop your imagination on the mental plane, you'll carry that forward with you on the spiritual plane. Even though this is an immense advantage to you, it's not the thing that will help you the most on this, the physical plane of existence. Here we're involved with things of a physical nature, matter, and such. But in addition to things, material things, there are also many psychological things to contend with, such as attitude, relationships, courage, faith, and so on, that are not involved with matter, but with the emotional side of things. To sum it all up, all things have a vibration, which means that things on all three levels vibrate. Whatever the vibration represents will always manifest as that thing. 880 hertz on the musical scale will produce the sound of A every single time. The same goes for physical and mental vibrations. Negative thinking, fear, anger, apprehension, all have a vibration, usually a low vibration, on the mental scale. Positive thinking, faith, forgiveness, courage, and action have a higher vibration on the mental level. These can all be controlled by attitude and actions. Now you may ask, what advantage is there to going to the spiritual level at this time? Well, there are many advantages, not the least of which is to eliminate pain or a physical problem you may have. To begin the experience, you should be prepared to jump to the spiritual level to overcome a problem. Once you've done that and have experienced the energy level of the spirit plane, you should really visit it every day. It often strengthens the immune system and charges up the attitude so that you'll be attracting only the good things to you, only those things that will help you to stay on the right path. Now, the following module is a spiritual jump and will help you to change your energy level or vibration, if you will, to the one best suited for you at this time. The energy or vibrations of this one will set you up prior to every other jump you may take. It's almost a guarantee that if you will meditate every morning before starting your day, whatever occupation, whatever profession you're involved with, your days are going to improve. You'll find your mind working better. You will find yourself thinking more clearly. Your creativity will be activated. And in short, you'll be more efficient at everything you do. In addition to that, you'll find a peacefulness that many people strive for, but few achieve. The following modules are designed to take you to the spiritual level and to start those things in motion. All you have to do is follow along with my voice. You may listen to this during your morning meditation until you're comfortable doing it without the need to listen to me guiding you. But it's fine if you use the module as a guide every morning. After using our standard method of guiding you to the meditation of level of mind, then I'll guide you through the doorway and into the light of the spiritual dimension. Just listen to my voice and go along with the suggestions. You may imagine that you are surrounded with light, similar to a bright fog. This bright fog of light will surround you. It will be above, around, and below, totally around you. You'll breathe in the fog of light. You'll find yourself totally calm and at peace. You will have arrived at the dimension of the spirit. The heart is generally seen to be the center of love and empathy. An open heart is one that allows entry to those who think the same. It's been said that goodness is an abundance of empathy, while evil is a lack of empathy. A heart that's open to the spiritual energies of other people can see the world from the perspective of goodwill. An open heart can understand the other person's thinking even when in total disagreement. Look at the open heart as a gatherer of the feelings and difficulties of others. Once you gather them, you can then transfer your own feelings and emotions back to the person to help them have a better life. This is done by jumping to the spiritual dimension and visiting your twin self who has such an abundance of empathy, you're practically sucked into the twin selves merging. The lowest vibration of the spiritual dimension is the highest of the mental. The light of the mental at the highest vibration is bright white light. The lowest level of the spiritual dimension produces a brighter, whiter light, too bright to see anything in, brighter than the sun at high noon in midsummer. You cannot look at the spiritual light. You can't look directly at it, but you can bathe in its glow. During the next jump, perhaps you're first into the spiritual dimension, you'll visit a universe of the spirit, a place where all beings are at a higher level of spirit. Your twin self will be a spiritual self and may not be seen as a full person, but probably more like a fog of bright white light. But whatever you sense your twin self to be, that twin self will help you to attain the open heart that you're looking for after the merger. Relax. Find a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, mentally repeat and visualize the number 3 times. Take another deep breath. And as you exhale, mentally repeat and visualize the number 2 3 times. Take another deep breath. And as you exhale, mentally repeat and visualize the number 1 3 times. To help you to enter the alpha level of mind, I'm going to count from 10 to 1. On each descending number, you will feel yourself going inward, and you will enter a pleasant, a meditation level of mind, a level of mind where you'll be able to concentrate fully on one subject. 10, 9, feel going deeper. 8, 7, 6, deeper and deeper. 5, 4, 3, deeper and deeper. 2, 1. You are now at a pleasant level of mind where you're able to concentrate fully on one subject. At this time, concentrate on my words. You are now and always in complete control of your state of mind. You can open your eyes, you can be fully alert anytime you wish to be. Every time you enter this relaxed state, know that you're getting better and better in every way. Whenever you enter this relaxed meditation state, mentally say, every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. When you say these words, sense yourself improving in all areas of your life. Sense yourself getting better and better. Visualize improvements in your life as you mentally repeat the words, every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Relax. Relax your eyes. Relax your lips. Relax your jaw. Relax your entire head and your neck. Relax your body. Relax your arms and hands. Relax your legs and feet. You are now completely relaxed. Repeat mentally, my body rests and refreshes itself when I consciously relax. I am relaxed now. Repeat mentally after me, every day my image of myself improves. Every day my image of myself gets better. I can do anything I have a desire to do. I am a wonderful human being. There's no one else on earth exactly like me. Every day I grow stronger, knowing that I can. I can think. I can create. I can do. I can do anything I have a desire to do. Relax. At this time, concentrate on the image of you, relaxed and at ease. Get a sense of yourself sitting comfortably, eyes closed, at the meditation, at the alpha level. With that thought, you are as comfortable as you can possibly be. Still holding that image in your mind and with your mouth closed, touch the roof of your mouth with the tip of your tongue and hold it there while I count from 1 to 3. 1, 2, 3. That's fine. You may release your tongue now. In touching the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth, you were just programmed and reprogrammed that whenever you do touch the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth, you are striving for success in something. Each time you are programmed for the bhaga, it is reinforced. Use it when you wish to strengthen intent. The bhaga is a means of telling your mind to come to attention. You are about to do something and you want something. There are many choices that appear in your life. Some of them are clear. Some of them are purely guesswork and made spontaneously. When you're relaxed and stress-free as you are now, inspiration often helps you to make the right choice, the choice that you will be happy with later on in life. Relax. In a moment, you'll jump to the twin self who's in spirit, who lives in a universe situated in the spiritual universe, a universe beyond imagination. In this universe, you'll be engulfed by light. You won't be able to view your doppelganger twin self, as the light of the spiritual dimension permeates everything with brightness and energy. The light doesn't come from the sun, but is in every molecule of the dimension and comes from everywhere. There are no shadows, only a brightness. But within the bright, the fog-like bright, there's an intelligence that touches all who are bathed by it. Your twin self in this universe knows you're coming and will appear as a shadowy figure just a little less bright. You'll recognize your twin self. Your twin self has a heart open to all and an infinity of empathy for all creatures. When you merge with this self, you'll feel an abundance of goodwill and empathy for all creatures, great and small. Relax. I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and a door will appear in front of you, the transit door. 1, 2, 3. Imagine now that there is a door in front of you. This is the transit point, the jumping off place to get you wherever your intent directs you to go. Your intent this time is to go to the spiritual dimension, the spiritual universe, and visit a spirit twin self. Beyond the door, there are an infinite number of dimensions, an infinite number of universes. Let's visit the first one, whose purpose is only an open heart to all. Goodness and empathy. I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and at the count of 3, the door will open. And you'll jump or step through whatever you're comfortable doing. You'll then be immersed in a bright, white, fog-like brightness. Too bright for viewing. Imagine that. Know that you're there. Create it. Relax. I will now count. 1, 2, 3. The door is opening. And now just jump through it and imagine being in a world of brightness. Through the bright, you can barely make out a shadowy figure, still bright, but just a little bit darker looking, perhaps shadowy looking. One, two, three. You are now with your spiritual self. You may hear words of wisdom from this self if you just stay in the light and open your mind. Look in the direction of where you feel your spiritual self is, and simply allow yourself to be immersed in the bright white light. Take your time. I will allow you plenty of time. Just imagine bright, white light, bright, fog-like, permeating everything, surrounding you with the bright light. Get a sense that your spiritual twin self is there. Difficult to see, but somewhat shadowy within the bright light. Now, as you sense that self, sense yourself floating closer and closer to that self. Closer and closer. And now merge with that twin self. Merge with your spiritual self. After the merger, you may feel all pain, both physical and mental, just floating out away from you. From now on, you will feel differently towards many others as you become more empathetic, more open-hearted. That's fine. You may do this jump whenever you feel the need for empathy, goodness, and an open heart. Whenever you feel the need for healing physical pain, or for healing mental pain. That was good. Now I will count from 1 to 3, and you'll be back on this side of the transit door. 1, 2, 3. You are back on this side of the door, back in this dimension, in this reality. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. At that moment, you'll open your eyes, be wide awake, feeling better than you did before. You may do this jump whenever you feel the need for it. Whenever you feel depressed, whenever you feel any pain, whatever, or whenever you feel you wish to be closer to the Spirit. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open, wide awake, feeling wonderfully refreshed, feeling better than before.